Well, the weather certainly not contributing to the Christmas spirit because it is way too warm for the end of December. Now, we're not going to complain about this look right now from our Sky 9 camera. We'll take the dry weather heading into the Christmas break, but 74 degrees here at the noon hour at Metro Airport. Wind out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. Dew point at 64. Warm and humid as we saw over the weekend, carrying over into the Christmas week as well. You can see the daytime high. We've got the forecast at 78 for this afternoon. You'll notice the temperatures expected to only fall down gradually through the 60s as we head towards the evening hours. We'll start to see some fog probably in and around midnight, beginning to reform and then becoming dense as we head towards the morning start for tomorrow. So warm, but not quite record hot as we make our way through the Christmas season. Daytime highs all the way through Christmas and into the Friday following in the upper 70s, but the records for the dates are actually in the low to mid 80s, so thankful for that. But where we should be is 63 degrees, and we're going to be nowhere near that. So yeah, Santa's in the short sleeves. He's also in the flip-flops because we're dealing with warm temperatures, but again, not record territory for Christmas Day. You can see the warmest Christmas Day was 85 degrees set back in 1903. We're not going to quite reach the 80s, so we won't reach the top 5 of the list, but certainly much warmer than it should be with our daytime high forecast of 78 or 77 on Christmas Day. Fog, that's going to be our biggest weather issue for the Christmas season. We're going to see areas of dense fog with average visibilities of 1/4 to 1 mile from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. each morning, starting for Christmas Eve tomorrow, Christmas Day, and then the Friday to follow. So that means we could have some travel issues for morning hours locally. Give yourself some extra time out the door. Use those low beam headlights. And importantly, as we move into Christmas Day, watch out for those kiddos that could be playing with that new toy that Santa began and delivered. So let's give you that first alert to the Christmas Day outlook. This is the pinpoint forecast for Thursday. You can see mild temperatures expected through mid-morning all the way into the mid-evening hours with generally around 60s and 70s. Now we will start the morning in the 50s around daybreak, but overall we're going to be a very warm Christmas Day, but a very dry Christmas Day. So let's track our next cold front. Give you that first alert heads up for when the temperatures are going to be changing. And this is going to be arriving as we go into the weekend following Christmas. Now it does look like wet weather will probably hold off until the evening hours as it looks right now with this front beginning to move through. So that's the snapshot from the European model showing the cold front pushing through during the tail end of the weekend. It should be a broken line of showers. No severe weather, no flood concerns expected with this next rainmaker, but an Arctic blast is to follow this cold front. So in the meantime, we're dealing with this ridge, which is delivering this mild air mass across our area all the way through Christmas and into the weekend to follow. But here comes the big dip in the jet stream, and you can see that big swath of polar air starting to work its way towards the south. Now the bitterly cold air is going to miss us up towards the northeast, but you'll notice how the cold air dives towards the south into the beginning part of next week. So yeah, we could be seeing at least the potential for some freezing temperatures as we get into the middle of next week. So you see the upper 70s and even a low 80 in the forecast for daytime highs all the way through the rest of this week. And then we start to see a few showers returning into the forecast for Sunday. The difference is going to be Sunday into Monday. Take a look at that temperature dip. So if you're a fan of the colder temperatures, you're just going to have to hold on and wait through the rest of this week and the weekend.